I like to talk to you about the art of shifting. You have to shift your way to success. You see, have you ever been in a position where you feel stuck, you feel as if you can't move, you feel as if your plans no longer work? Have you ever felt like just giving up or throwing it in because you're like stagnant, you're not seeing any form of growth? I know what it feels like, and I despise it because I've been there before. You have to, at this point though, be willing to adjust, you have to be willing to adapt, and you have to be willing to move forward, and you have to still focus on the fact that you want to be successful. You see, so many leaders allow their plans and their goals to hold them hostage. Yeah, they allow their plans to trap them in a corner. Many leaders find it embarrassing to shift. They find it embarrassing because they don't want to change their plan. But I'm very much fascinated by agile leaders because agile leaders are driven by their purpose, and they're not allowing plans to hold them hostage. You see, agile leaders have to be in the present, meaning that they have to take a look as to what is happening around them. They, yes, have to look at their successes and their experiences and evaluate their experiences because that's important. But they have to pay attention to the current trends and exercise a willingness to adjust and adapt and make changes. They have to be willing to learn new ways of doing things, because if you fail to learn new ways of doing things, then you will not fit in what's happening now. You have to be innovative and creative. You have to be willing to do things differently. That is what is needed to achieve the results that you want, and also for you to have the kind of impact that you want to have. You may just need to be the pioneer in your field. Yeah, people may laugh at you, but tough luck. You are achieving your goals and you're satisfying the needs of your team. You know, you have to understand that criticism is a part of your journey, but you just have to push away from that and move forward in terms of achieving the level of fulfillment that you want. Things are always changing, and leaders have to understand that it's important, and they must be willing to adjust. You cannot just find yourself locked into old plans, because you will lose your relevance and you will lose your competitive edge. And once you lose your competitive edge, you will be relegated into antiquity. You will lose your influence. And once you've lost your influence, you lose your market. And guess what? Nobody is going to pay attention to you. You have to listen to your team. You have to listen to those who you serve. And you have to use those feedback that you've gotten from those people to help to make yourself aware as to what's happening with you, so that you could make the adjustment needed, so that you could deliver what you think you should deliver, and that you could serve your team and could serve them in a way that is meaningful. You also have to get rid of the things that no longer work. You may have those old plans or those old tricks, and you have a sense of attachment to them. It may be processes, it may be people, it may be plans, it may even be some projects. These projects are leading you to extinction. You must grow and plan yourself away from everything that takes away from your growth, that takes away from the impact and the stability that you want to have. And that may sound hard, but there are times when you have to do that. You have to be disciplined. People think that agile leaders are not disciplined because they're shifting and they're moving around. But you have to be disciplined. You have to be committed. And commitment means that you're focused on your purpose, and you're not necessarily tied in with your plans. Your plans guide you. Your passion is the fuel that pushes you on, but you will not remain in a place where you're outdated. You will allow your purpose to be your compass. You see, leaders who are focused on their teams, who are focused on results, who are focused on having an impact, and those who are not bound or locked in with a plan, they will understand that they need to make the adjustment necessary. And there's no way towards success outside of shifting. You have to be willing to shift. You have to be willing to adjust. And by doing that, you will remain relevant, you will remain successful, and you will work along with the trends and what's happening around you. Think about it. If our founding fathers failed to, or they were unwilling to shift or adjust, what would have happened to us? I could just imagine that we would be living in the Stone Age. You know, traveling would just be on horses and donkeys and carts and you name it. But because they were willing to shift, we now enjoy what we have. Leaders must shift. And I'm grateful for the art of shifting, because when you shift, you find yourself doing things that you would have never done before, and you find yourself remaining relevant and achieving your goals. My name is Jamie Pottinger, speaker, coach, and trainer with the John Maxwell team. Please subscribe to this video and leave a comment at the end of the video. Have a great day.